Well, hello everybody. It's April 13th and I've gotten the taxes done, and man, was that a bear. And now, like I said the other day, I think it's about time for me to have a nice stiff drink. Really, I'm just kidding. I am not going to be drinking anything. I don't drink alcoholic beverages, but I am going to be doing a little project with some vodka. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I think it's going to be really, I think it's going to turn out great. So anyway, we are going to make homemade vanilla extract. Now, all my life, pretty much, I have used imitation vanilla in my baked goods and different things like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can get a big old bottle for about $1, but a couple years ago, I actually bought a small bottle of pure vanilla extract and used it, and let me tell you, the taste difference is amazing. When you use real vanilla, you can taste it, and it's really good stuff. So I found out how you can make your own homemade vanilla using vanilla beans and vodka. Now, it does take a long time. You have to let it sit for quite a while before you can use it. But in comparison to the price, you know, like the little tiny bottle of pure vanilla that I bought a couple years ago was $3 for like an ounce. And it's pretty expensive stuff. But I can make it myself for a lot cheaper than what I can buy it. And so let's get started on doing this. I am so excited about this. I'm going to aim you down here. If I can get my tripod and my camera all to work right. I am going to aim you down here and let you see what we're doing. Now, like I said, you do have to purchase some vodka, and I've purchased a fairly large bottle because I want to make quite a bit. I might give some away as gifts, but and then I also got some vanilla beans. Now, I ordered these online, and I know there's a lot of people who will say that you have to get Madagascar vanilla beans and to make this and to do this and to use in your baked goods and your products, and that's just not true. There is a difference between Madagascar vanilla beans and like Tahitian vanilla beans, which is what I ordered online. And the difference only is that in Madagascar, the vanilla trees, the vanilla plants, cannot be pollinated by the, well, let me go back. Let me reverse myself. In Madagascar, the vanilla plants, nope, let me reverse again. Vanilla plants have to be pollinated by a certain particular like type of bee. And in Madagascar, they have to hand pollinate their plants because there are none of those particular bees over on the islands of Madagascar. However, Tahitian vanilla plants, Tahiti has those certain bees that pollinate the vanilla plants. And the whole reason that Madagascar vanilla beans are more expensive is because they are hand pollinated. And so they're charging you for that process. But the Tahitian vanilla beans are just as good as the Madagascar vanilla beans, and they are cheaper. So you can get, like I got 20 vanilla beans here for around $15. For 20 Madagascar beans, you're talking anywhere from $50 to $75. So there is a price difference, but there's not a quality difference. So, okay, now moving forward, to make homemade vanilla extract, like I said, you need some alcohol, a good stiff alcohol, like 80 proof, which is why we're using vodka, and then you'll need your vanilla beans. And that's all there is to it, 2 simple ingredients. So now I bought a fairly large bottle of vodka, because I'm planning on making a fairly large jar of vanilla. But the nice thing about making your own vanilla is that when you use some of this up, like when you use some of what you've made, you can fill the bottle back up with more vodka and replenish that vanilla. You can have vanilla for the rest of your life by making it this one time and not really having to purchase anything else, except for you might in a few years have to add another vanilla bean or two. So, I mean, it's a lot cheaper to do your own vanilla than it even is to buy a small thing of vanilla at the store. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is cut my package open here. Let me get some scissors. I didn't bring those over here. Okay, and now they say that you need about 1 vanilla bean per every 2 ounces of alcohol. Ooh, and these smell, oh man, they smell really good. So I'm going to be using probably about 16 ounces of alcohol, so I will need relatively about 8 beans. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and let me get a sharp knife out as well. Hang on, I'll be right back. I didn't get a sharp knife out. Okay, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to take my bottle here that I want to put my vanilla in. And what you do is you take your vanilla beans and these are skinny. Can you see how skinny they are? But you just take your vanilla bean and you score it right down the middle. You can cut it all the way through if you want, but it's not necessarily to cut it all the way through. But see how I did that? I don't know if you can see it, but I just kind of cut it open all the way down the middle there. And that will help the vodka or the alcohol to be able to get into the bean there, to get all the goodie and all the flavor out of it. So, and then what you do is you put it in there, and I'm going to score all of them before I put them all in there. Now I have heard that you can use alcohol other than vodka. Most people would use vodka. But I've even heard of somebody using like a spiced rum. I've never tasted spiced rum. I have no idea what it tastes like. But they said that makes for a good vanilla also. But it makes it, of course, a little spicy and it's just a little different than just your regular pure vanilla extract. Okay, so I got 2 of the beans cut. And I'm guessing you can see what I'm doing. I probably should have got my cutting board. It's a little bit lighter colored. And okay. So we're about to get this. But anyway, the reason I am doing this little project now is because once you put your vanilla beans in the vodka, you have to let it kind of like steep, or I don't know, marinate, I guess you would call it, for anywhere from 6 to at least 8 months before you start using it. And it's probably even better to go longer than that, but at least 6 to 8 months. And so I figured if I do it now, my vanilla is going to be ready to use for the Christmas holiday. So anyway, so that's why I'm doing it now, because I should be, by the time the Christmas rolls around and I'm getting ready to do the baking for Christmas, my vanilla should be ready. So if you want to make your own vanilla, you probably ought to get started on it now, or at least order your vanilla beans. I have seen in like the spice aisle at Walmart little jars of vanilla beans, but they're very small beans, and you're going to pay about $20 for 10 of them. So, I mean, you can go that route if you want to, if you don't want to order anything online. But like I said, it's going to be a little pricier there. So, okay, so I've got my vanilla beans all split, and now I'm going to just go ahead and put them all down in my bottle that I want to use for my vanilla. And I got a bottle, this is from Dollar Tree, and it has a stopper on the top of it. So I thought that would be good. And so I put all of my beans down in my bottle there. And now I'm just going to measure my my vodka out. Like I said, I'm going to use 16 ounces, which is 2 cups. And you know what? I think I'm going to get my other measuring cup out. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my liquid measuring cup here, so the other ones aren't going to measure quite as good as if I don't use that. So anyway, 16 ounces is 2 cups. So we're going to measure out the 2 cups of vodka that we need. Okay. So that's right at 2 cups. And then I've got a small funnel here that's I'm going to pour it into my jar with. Okay, and I think I'm going to go ahead, because my jar is a little taller, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more, but I'm not going to add another vanilla bean. I'm just going to go ahead and add enough vodka to kind of get my jar closer to the top here. There we go, just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and seal this jar, this bottle up, and I'm just going to tip it over a couple times like this, and then it's ready for storage. And if you make this project at home yourself, you will want to store this in a dry, darker place like your pantry. And every once in a while, if you think about it, you go by the pantry and you just shake your bottle like this a couple times, just to shake it up just a little bit. And in 6 to 8 months, this will be ready to use. And like I said, this is so nice because actually, literally, my bottle of vodka, I bought probably the cheapest you can buy was like less than $6, okay? My vanilla beans, for less than half of that batch, would be like $7 for the vanilla beans. So for less than $12, because I didn't use the whole bottle of vodka here, for less than $12, I have a lifetime supply of vanilla, because like I said, when you use a little bit out of this, like say you're baking and maybe you used even a whole half cup at the holidays or whatever, you just pour a half cup of vanilla back in there, shake it up a little bit, and you let it sit in your pantry until the next time you need to use vanilla, and it'll be good. And you know, maybe in a few years you might have to put another vanilla bean in, but usually you don't have to do that, I don't think. So anyway, I hope you'll try this project at home. Thank you for coming to life on Turkey Lane today and joining me for this little project. I hope you'll try it yourself. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. Share this video with your friends. You know, I mean, this vanilla is going to be way, way better than the imitation vanilla you can get at the store. Now, if you're not a big baker, or you don't make your homemade ice cream, or you're just not into making your own vanilla, I can understand that, and you can continue using the imitation vanilla that you can get for like $1 at any store, and that's fine. But I really like the taste of pure vanilla, and I think this is going to be a great treasure in my pantry. And so, but anyway, share this video with your friends. If you have a comment, share a comment, and have a good night. Bye.